bag it up. I start my card with a sweet one bliss. Someone flips me a bag it up. So, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Evening, peeps, evening or morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world tuning in. I'm Biyenge, featuring yours Truly Tre. This is our Boxing Hub. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. What's good, Tre?
All good, cuz literally, for those that follow me on the socials, it's been a busy few days. Obviously, massive shout out to Boxing Social, massive shout out to Prospect Boxing Promotions as well. Went on a sort of a networking tour in York and Norwich. So yeah, it was good. It was good. It's good vibes, good energy, good boxing. But I'm just excited to round up some boxing with you, cuz man, because it's been a long week.
Indeed, it has. Indeed, it has. I mean, let's round up. So, who is Fury fighting in summer?
Cuz, if I'm honest with you, in terms of Fury, I have no idea. Obviously, big up Bukayo Saka. Yes, man, I'm back. It's been a hectic few days, hectic a week for me, but I'm just happy that I could just come on, you know, show some love to the community and have some good boxing conversations with Biyenge. I've missed him. This is my cousin, this is my family. So what you guys need to realize that this is a nice little catch up with my family. So obviously, big up to you as well, Ra. We've obviously missed you as well. We watched your show from Norwich. I watched your show. So obviously, big up to Ra and also Rico. Loving their shows on our channel. So guys, make sure you tune in. It's not just me and Biyenge, but Ra and Rico are also doing their thing, you know, in our channel. So make sure you tune in.
Thursdays and Saturdays.
Thursdays and Saturdays. So guys, the last episode, I'm not gonna lie, I was obviously on my way to Norwich, but I was able to tune in. Tremendous. So obviously, big up to the lads there. And also, look, big up to some of the fighters that I met at your course. So Shannon Ryan, she's obviously going to be a world champion one day. O'Hara Davis, I definitely think is going to be back one day. And also someone that's outside of boxing, MVP, Michael Venom Page, obviously big up. But cuz, in terms of Fury, I don't know what he's going to do. But cuz what I want to happen is December, there needs to be this Saudi Arabia King of the Ring tournament, because I just think we need to have, and Dylan actually made some good points, and look, it would be great for him to be on the show. He said instead of 4 guys, why not make it 8 guys, so that if there's any pullouts, you know, there's you know, still other fighters that can compete in the tournament. So guys, if you think there should be more than 4 people in this tournament, guys, just put the comments in, get involved in discussions.
Who would be the other 4 then?
Dylan Whyte, you have to throw him in. You can throw in Chisora in that mix as well. You can throw in Joseph Parker. You can throw in Andy Ruiz. Do you know what I mean? There's fighters you can throw in there, man. Look, Johnny Fisher, Tony Ellis is obviously saying, look, there's guys that can be mentioned in this tournament, and I just definitely think that why not do a tournament, 8 guys. You know, the winner becomes undisputed heavyweight. You know, Muhammad Ali trophy on the line. Like, why are we not doing this for the heavyweight title? Do you know what I mean? We've seen this for the middleweights. We've seen this for, you know, the lower divisions as well. But why haven't we had a Muhammad Ali tournament in the heavyweight division? It needs to happen, cuz.
So you're saying they should do a Super 8 tournament? Super
8? Why not? Muhammad Ali title, that's his division, heavyweight. Let's have it.
So Dylan Whyte, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, who else?
Andy Ruiz,
Wilder, Fury, Usyk, and AJ.
You could even throw in Gerald Miller. Obviously, big up to Rav Hakom, of course, part of the family. He's saying the other 4 should be mandatory. Exactly. Look, I 100% agree. It needs to be a mandatory challenge for the Undisputed Championship. And I agree with Bra. Look, you have to earn your right to be in the tournament. But at the end of the day, what I'm just saying to the promoters is, let's make the Muhammad Ali Super 8 tournament in, look, if it needs to be in Saudi Arabia, Let's have it. Let's have the Muhammad Ali champion crowned in the division that he became a legend in. I think it just makes sense for me anyway. I don't know what everyone else is saying. Herkovich, Dubois, Zhang, look, rah, big up to you. Big up to you. Look, we disrespect to Zhang as well that we didn't even mention Zhang or Joyce. You know, these guys, Dubois. Look, I definitely feel that this needs to happen. Let's do a big tournament so we can crown an undisputed champion. Tony Ellis is saying, would love a tournament of the youngest heavyweight, prospect of the year tournament as well. Let's have these tournaments happening. Reason being is we're seeing the female boxers, fighting each other. Yes, you can argue that they've not got much, competition in their weight divisions, arguably, but we need to see, the best fighting the best. That's why for me, I was telling my my boy Corey, obviously big up my brother Corey, of course, he's a boxing fanatic like myself. Tank's my guy. Reason being is he takes these fights. He's not afraid to lose his own. We saw it against Garcia. He's going to fight the rest of the fighters in the lightweight division. And look, let's make the fights happen, especially in heavyweight. Big up to Bakaya as well. He's obviously saying, only see boxer who are down to make the made. Look, Cuz, what do you think? Like, you need to take the floor in this one, Cuz.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Listen, I 100% agree. I think the heavyweight, they should do, well, yeah, they should do a tournament, for all the belts. I think it's only fair because, as you can imagine, whenever a heavyweight champion defends his belt, there's always rematch clauses, and it's just long. Do you know what I mean? So I think if they do this, tournament, 100%, 100%. But the only thing is, they're talking about the heavyweight. They're talking about let's move on to the 4 heavyweight: Fury, Wilder, Usyk, and AJ.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a solid deal just yet, because if Usyk loses to, I don't know, Donald Dubois, and Fury loses and AJ loses, do you know what I'm saying? And Wilder loses, then I don't think this is happening. So I got a feeling it's going to happen perhaps after someone, because Fury has to defend his title, right? So I can't see it, because I just can't see it happening. I mean, look, we're even hearing that Wilder and AJ should be fighting. Again, that's just word of mouth. I don't know how true that is, because I'm sure Wilder wants to fight again this summer. And I heard AJ might be fighting this summer. And again, it could go wrong for both of them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a tricky one. But the tournament, yes, 100%. If I'm honest with you, I can't see it happening now in this heavyweight division generation. I think the next upcoming one, it will most probably happen.
Yeah, obviously, big up. No, big up to you, Cuz, man. You made some good points, and big up to Tony Ellis as well. If I'm a boxing promoter in the UK, I'm trying to make this fight happen in the UK as well. And imagine the fights being all over England, then the final being in Wembley. Look, Tony Ellis is obviously set out right. He's set out right for me. As a promoter, you can do a tour around the UK, like what Tony's saying. Imagine you can cover certain stadiums in the UK, like how the Euros did it as well. I think would be massive.
I think what would be fair is if you have a tournament in the UK and in America. So you've got America heavyweights having their tournament there, and the UK having their tournament here, and whoever goes through to the finals or the quarterfinals, wherever, they have a neutral ground, somewhere like Saudi.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Cuz, man, I'm not gonna lie, speaking my language there, man. That in terms of the creativity, I think that'll be good. That'll be top. Imagine you got 8 of the best heavyweights, competing in that tournament, and the final being in the, Saudi Arabia. I think that will be a good spectacle. They're putting on some great shows. Obviously, big up the Middle East for what they're doing in boxing. They're obviously trying to make a big statement, and they are, with some of the fights that they've been able to make, throughout the years. So I'm definitely excited for it. We're obviously in dreamland, so hopefully, if this happens, it will be tremendous. But what looks like a potential is obviously your boy AJ. He could be in there with Wilder, the bronze bomber. If that is confirmed, and if that's happening, Cuz, I got to ask you the question, man. Do you think, AJ is ready for the bronze bomber? Is he ready for it?
He's gonna have to be, because this fight was supposed to happen 4 years ago.
Mm.
You know, it's supposed to happen 4 years ago. And remember, both of them 4 years ago, they had belts, or they were champions. And some would say they were in their prime. It has to happen. You know, they've both now taken L's. On paper, Wilder, 100% Wilder. On paper, yeah. He's a freak of nature. He's got a one bang power. But I think AJ is up for this fight. He's gonna have to bring. I'm talking about his A-star game. Do you know what I mean? And the only way I can see him defeating Wilder is applying pressure. Like, just put it on him. Literally, just put it on him from round 1 to whatever round. You know, from round 1 to whatever round. Because I understand Wilder's made it clear. He said, "Look, you can be perfect for the whole 12 round. I just need the second, and it's night." So me, I'm an AJ fan. Some call me delusional, but hey, it is what it is. But Wilder vs AJ, my prediction is a bit too early, but I'll probably say AJ TKO.
Ooh, he's throwing the little stardust out there. Look, Tony Ellis, I've got to say this comment. Obviously, big up to him as well. He's saying, is the bronze bomber even bronze now? For me, he's been upgraded to silver. He's definitely the silver bomber right now. In terms of Fury, he's saying that he's, you know, the second best heavyweight in the division. He carries power. I definitely feel that, you know, in terms of punch resistance, AJ is going to feel something really different from the bronze bomber. Look, we could say he's been on a different world in terms of the things that he's been saying, him having Malik Scott as his trainer, someone that he's knocked out, of course. But look, they've got a good relationship. They're building something good. It's looking like now he's landing, setting up that magic shot for that, you know, that right hand, which is the equalizer. If he's trained to do it properly, cuz I'm telling you, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I just hope, you know, it's going to be a tremendous fight. That's all I'm going to say. But, cuz, I need to ask you, venue, where is it happening though? Venue for this fight.
Well,
we've been calling it.
I think it will most probably happen in Saudi, because look, Wilder is not going to. Well, I don't know, unless Wilder wants to come in and fight in the UK. This will be, if he fights in the UK, this will be his. Correct me if I'm wrong. His second time, because he fought in the UK back in, I think, was it 2013 when he fought.
What, against Harrison?
Yeah. So
when you talk about equalizer,
yeah. So that's if he's willing to come here. Unless AJ wants to go in America and do it. I don't know. I think it might be a Saudi.
Why not do it in Africa? Let's do it in Nigeria, man. I've been calling for it, man. WizKid, Burna Boy, you know, bring out the fighters. I've been calling for this for a minute. Like, are we not gonna see a Rumble in the Jungle too? What's even Ade called it? Chaos in Lagos or something?
Yeah. You can't call it Rumble in the Jungle too. It has to be Chaos in Lagos or something. Yeah.
Chaos. Wait, let's have it. Chaos in Lagos. I wouldn't even mind seeing that as well. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see fights, especially being back home, you know, where the roots are, man. That would be absolutely beautiful. But regardless, I think that would be a tremendous fight, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited, because obviously we're speaking about the heavyweights. What I wanted just to find out from yourself, man. Obviously, we got the Haney versus Lomachenko fight coming up. We've also got Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor. I just want us to quickly just touch on that very quickly. For me, I'm not going to lie, I'm a massive Chantel Cameron fan. You know, she's Il Chapel for a reason. And I think she deserves more respect, you know, being the champion. The way it's been promoted, it's been promoted homecoming for Katie Taylor. But she's defending her title. So I think she deserves, you know, more respect, you know, from the boxing community. Especially that she's the undisputed champion, defending her title against, you know, a great legend in Katie Taylor, of course.
Yeah, but she's the underdog, isn't it? And you know, obviously she's going to somebody else's home, you know, backyard. So she's going to be underdog, and I think she's naturally bigger than Katie, isn't it? Katie Taylor.
Yeah, Katie's growing up.
So I think Chantel probably do the job.
Yeah. Oh, does Kinchester have the logistics to hold a major sports event? Cuz I got to throw that question to you. Can we do it?
100%, of course. 100%.
Come on.
100%.
Yeah. You just need to look at
100%.
Look at Fally Ipupa, who's a major artist from Congo. You just got to look at his performances back home in the major stadium. You just see the crowd. Yes, we can host a massive tournament. We just need the opportunity. So if it's called Chaos in Kinshasa, let's have it happen. Let's make it happen.
100,000 people. When he performed in Congo, he sold out 100,000. So 100% when it comes to boxing, 100%. You need to bring back Don King.
We need to bring him back. Yeah, he's done it once, man. He needs to do it again. So he needs to. We might have to reach out to him to make another fight in Kinshasa, man. So it'll be a good opportunity. But look, Ra has got involved in the discussions. Of course, he's saying Chantel Cameron can do the upset. Look, I think she can do it as well. When Chantel wins, can we get? Yeah, look, let's get her on the show. Look, it's Tony Ellis's request. Chantel Cameron, if she wins, we'll get her on the show just for you, Tony. So don't worry, brother. We'll make that happen for sure. And would be great for the country to have a big. Yep, of course. Look, we need 100%. A big.
We'll be there.
Everything we've been through, exactly. We'll be there. We need it. We've needed it. We've gone through COVID. Yeah. We've gone through, periods where it's been difficult for the country. Obviously, lost the Queen, but look, a comeback is needed, and I definitely think that we've got a major event that's coming back to England, and we've got the likes of AJ, we've got Wilder, we've got Fury, we've got Usyk. These guys can bring major events to the UK, even the lower divisions as well. Cause there's, Tank. Bring him to the UK. He will do numbers here. So Spence, he'll bring him back as well. Like, we need to have these fights in.
I don't know how true this is. Apparently, Spencer Crawford is actually happening this summer. I haven't heard nothing. I'm just seeing, I don't know if it's fake news, but apparently they're saying that they're pretty much nearly there. The contract nearly done. So, because remember, it was supposed to be Spence and Keith Thurman.
Oh, Spencer. Yeah, exactly. Look, I have to say this from Ra as well. So to cut you off, because he's obviously saying Chantel is bigger than Katie Taylor. Of course, Ra's obviously seen them up close. He does some work, outside of boxing, of course. So look, he interviews the boxers and he's seen them. Chantel's a fit girl. Look, I agree. She's a big girl. And Shakur versus Cordina. Because that would be a massive technical battle between two fighters that have got boxing's IQ level that's really high, man. You have to rate. Like Cordina, the last fight against Rakhimov, because levels. Like, it was
levels, but it was close, though. I'm not going to lie. It was. Yeah, he performed really well, but I think because he knocked down my man, I think that's how he just about won that fight, because it was really close. It was really close. It was really close.
Oh, look, Bakaya Sak was saying Spence Crawford fight has been on and off more than a light switch at home. Cuz, look, he has every right. Bakaya Saka has every right to say that, cuz, because it has been. And cuz, what do you think is stopping promoters, creating this fight, like making this happen?
Money. People ego, who wants to walk out first, how much he or he wants to get paid, or he's the bigger name, and this. It all comes down to money. It always comes down to money. But my understanding, Spence wants to fight Crawford. He wants that belt because obviously, I believe we spoke earlier on that Spence might be moving up.
Yeah, look, even Tony Ellis is saying A-side, both of them. I agree with him massively. I agree. But who, cuz, obviously, you're boxing specialist, cuz.
50-50.
Who should be the A-side?
Well, it's all right. in terms of, I would probably say Spence, reasons for, he does more numbers. He does better numbers, should I say. And plus, he's holding more of the belts. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, obviously, Crawford, Crawford ain't really done pay-per-view, has he? Yeah, I don't think
He
Crawford,
has. He's done a few.
Yes, sorry. But I think the bigger name is actually Spence. In terms of who wins, I have to sit on the fence. Like, I'm gonna have to go for Spence. But then again, certain tells Crawford, he's just, I don't know. He when he turns into Bud, he's crazy. So for me, it's a 50-50. But that fight, it has to happen, man. It has to happen. It can't be. They're dragging it on now. They're moving like Pacquiao and Mayweather.
It's true, because I agree with you. And for those that know me, obviously, big up Boxing Hub. He is the Al Heyman of the channel, so you probably never get to see him. But jokes, man. Look, I think Spence, for me, is the man. He's the cash cow of the welterweight division right now. He's holding 3 out of 4 of the titles right now. And I think if there's going to be any sort of negotiation, it needs to be 60-40 to Spence. He's got more belts. He does, the pay-per-view numbers.
I get it, but in all fairness, I don't know, just make it 50-50. Like, at the end of the day, look, the fans want to see, who's the best. Again, we want to see the undisputed welterweight champion, in that division. There can only be one champion, but it just goes back to say it's just long when they start longing things out, or who wants more, this and that. It's just long. Just make the fight happen, man. Make the fight happen, and then whoever wins, hey, the way I say it, they're both winners anyway. They've done the job. But I believe Spence, he's looking to move up to a middleweight, I reckon.
100%, because we've said this a few times as well, and every time, so obviously Ra's saying every time I see Spence photos, he looks fat. He might pay for waiting on this, making weight, or it would cost him. Look, at the end of the day, I just think that Spence right now is the money man. I think in terms of what he does, numbers wise, tickets wise, he sells tickets, man. So it would be a tremendous event, but he deserves to be the A side in this fight, man. But I agree with you also, because it needs to be 50-50, so we can finally crown an undisputed champion for the welterweight division. So, because obviously, Boxing Hub saying when Haney beats Loma, Haney Tank must pass. Crawford Spence as a #1 fight in the sport. So what are you saying, cuz? Are you saying that Haney Tank would be a bigger fight than Spence Crawford? What are you saying?
Don't know. I mean, Spence, before he beat Kell Brook, was he doing pay-per-view?
No, not like that. He started doing pay-per-view from when he started doing fights at the AT&T Stadium in Texas, his hometown. That's when he started doing proper numbers, man.
That's a good question, What fight would be bigger? Tank, Haney, Spence, or Crawford? I don't know. I'm going to probably have to say Crawford and Spence. Yeah, I'm going to have to say Crawford. Yeah.
Because it's been built up for long.
Yeah, that was a good question. Yeah, that threw me off.
It's a top question, man, because I was literally just thinking to myself now, like Tank's a pay-per-view star. You can argue that he's up there. Like, for me, my top 3 in terms of full package, so numbers and performances in the ring, is no particular order, because I don't want to create a debate. Canelo, Tank, Spence. They do the numbers, man. I think AJ sort of dropped off the top 5 now in terms of numbers and performances. You know what I mean? Like Canelo, Canelo's fighting, he's doing a homecoming in Mexico, so numbers-wise, that's going to be crazy. And look, Rahakam was obviously saying, would Heyman, would he risk Spence? without securing Crawford's signature? Guys, it's a good question.
Well, I
Top
don't
question.
know.
Big up, bro. Thank you so much for getting involved, man.
I think Heyman will probably have to sign Crawford before the fight to say that, look, if you want this fight, I want to sign you for, I don't know, like a 2-fight deal contract sign. So hold on, same for Haney and Tank and Shakur and Tank. PBC risk losing. I mean, look, end of the day, yeah, these lot, they're in the same division. They have to meet each other anyway. Do you know what I mean? There's no point of longing it out. So, like I said before in the pod, I've said it previous time, Tank should challenge the winner of Luma and Haney, and Shakur Stevens should probably challenge the loser. And then after that, then we could probably see Haney, Shakur Stevens, or Haney and Tank. Does it make sense? Because the way I see it, yeah, I know Shakur Stevens wants all the big fights here, but I don't want him to rush him. Do you know what I mean? Because he can fight Haney or Tank and then take them L's. Then what? He's still young, don't get me wrong.
100%. 100%, because I agree with you completely. I think, you know, Shakur's just come up to lightweight as well, man. So he's got we're not saying that he needs a few fights, but it would be good as a putting on your promoter hat to build them up in the division and then let the others sort of, you know, do the fights. And then, you know, those fights will happen with Shakur Stevenson, I believe. And Ralph, he said it previously. Even Tank versus Shakur right now would be a massive fight, because that would be a chess boxing match between two fighters that will have high IQ counter punches as well. I think that would be a tremendous, you know, show. It might be boring for the casuals because you're not going to see any massive knockdowns, let's say. But from a tactical chess perspective, we're going to enjoy. Trust me. It's going to be beautiful for the purists.
I reckon, do you know what? I reckon, I know Tank's what, 29, 28, 29? But I reckon Tank might retire soon, you know. Well, give it another two to 3 years, I reckon Tank will retire from boxing. So I think Tank should fight. Well, he should make these fights happen soon. So I think, like I said, Tank's fought twice this year already, yeah. So he should fight again at the end of the year. And like I said, you know, the next opponent should be the winner of Haney and Luma. So let's just say Haney does the job. I believe he will. Make it happen. Make it happen. Heyman or Baron can sit down and make this fight happen. It'll most probably be on PBC, you know. But
100% is going to be on PBC. But look, because I'm going to get straight into this question with you before we obviously wrap up the show. Big up Bukayo Saka. Rank Tank, The Dream, Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Rank them from 1 to 3, cuz.
Do you know what? This is he's done it already. Tank, Haney, Shakur. That's how I'll put it. Tank, Haney, Shakur.
Boom. That's a nice. That's you know what? For me, that's what I would say.
Just a quick one. Michael Hunter has been calling out Dillian Whyte. Should Dillian Whyte entertain Michael Hunter?
You know what? Before we get into the Michael Hunter discussion, obviously big up Boxing Hub, the channel. You know, big up, big up, big up. He's obviously saying Haney, Shakur, Loma, Tank. So I'm guessing that's the top 4. But it makes sense. I get. You know, I understand what you're saying. From Haney is the undisputed champion, but Tank at least needs to be number 2 because he does the numbers. He's fought the fighters. You know, he's a 3-weight division champion as well. You know, Shakur, if you want to compare, he did lose his belt, you know, in the scales. So it's just one of those ones where it's a bit of a blemish, but he's talented, super, super talented.
Right achievement. Yeah, fair enough. Haney, Tank, shot. Yeah.
Yep.
Play.
It's fair. 100% fair.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not even gonna lie, you know. Let's get onto this Michael Hunter question before we, you know, wrap up the show. Michael Hunter versus Dillian Whyte. You know, we've got the beast right there. Cuz I want to see Bacoli Whyte. Honestly, man. That's what I want to see.
Dylan said he's not going to entertain Bacoli, but I think because Buatsi's taking an L from Michael Hunter. So I think, if anything, if they both want Dylan, them two should both fight each other. And then the winner, maybe Dylan might entertain the winner.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? But like I was saying, it from my point of view, Buatsi, he's ranked number 2. Do you know what I mean? So in theory, he's not far from a world title shot. But if none of the top dogs like the likes of Fury or AJ want to entertain Dylan can go on a different route, fight Buatsi, and if he was to beat Buatsi, he gets that position number 2. Do you know what I'm saying? And then maybe if this year, maybe early next year, he can go and knock on the door for a world title shot. And you never know, potentially win a belt.
Exactly. Look, Raz obviously saying Hunter's one of the biggest waste of talents. Should have taken the Herkovich final eliminator. Yeah. You know what? This life, we've got a lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas, man. But at the end of the day, we just have to focus on the now. But look, I agree. He should have taken a fight like that. But regardless, I agree with you because, you know, Michael Hunter versus Buatsi, winner fights Whyte. I would have that at the O2, your favorite place. Let's have it, man. That would be a tremendous fight before, you know, the hopeful top 8 Super 8 tournament. Muhammad Ali heavyweight trophy on the line. The winner gets announced to be undisputed champion. I want to see that. I can't lie. I know that's putting my fantasy hat on, but I would love to see that, man. But cuz, before we obviously wrap up the show, was there anything that you saw online maybe you thought, you know, we need to sort of discuss that? But what you saying?
Nothing, you know. Nothing really. Just looking forward to the big fights. That's it. Just looking forward to the big fights. And just want to know if AJ's fighting this summer, who is he going to be fighting? Is he going to fight Dylan, or is it going to be, I don't know, so next random top 15 one? I don't know. But other than that, no, I just want to know if Fury is fighting Andy Ruiz, and if his opponent is definitely Andy Ruiz. And hey, guys, we can't overlook Andy Ruiz. Remember, he got quick hands.
It's true. It's true. And obviously, Raz saying
he become 2 times heavyweight champion again.
Ooh. Hunter at his best can upset some of the top guys. Obviously, that's what Ra's saying. Big up Ra from the iBoxing Hub family. Have you seen the Tasha Jonas fight being called off? You know what? We obviously had the discussion before the show. We didn't think, obviously, it was something that needs to be brought up. But look, it's been brought up by Bukayo Saka, so obviously big up. Cuz, let's have it, man. We'll see what you say.
I don't know. Apparently, Nicola, on that day, she's supposed to be taking her mum out to bingo, innit? So they got to reschedule.
But I hope, you know what? She'll definitely, something will happen. Hopefully something will. Look, this is the quote from iBoxing Hub, of course, is saying that I'm beyond gutted to announce my fight with Tasha Jonas is off. I'd forgotten that I'd agreed to take my mom to the bingo on June 17th. Boy, cause it's a madness. I'll go to the bingo with my nan, so I understand bingo comes first. Hey, cause it's one of them ones where let's hope it's just a bit of banter just to create a bit of a social media stir. But cuz look, it's always good catching up with you. Yeah. And look, I just want to hand it over to you so we can wrap up the show, of course. And big up iBoxing Hub as well. It's always family first. So big up the whole of the iBoxing Hub family as well. Rico, Ra as well. Thank you so much for getting involved in discussions. And also you, cuz, big up to you as well. And big up the man that's behind the platform as well, Al Heyman, you know, our Heyman of the iBoxing world. So let's have it, man.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we're here, like I said, every Sundays and Wednesdays at 7:30. Remember, it's important to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to build this channel. And have a lovely, productive week, and we shall catch up again on Wednesday. Peace out.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my scars with a sweet one, please. Someone flips me a bag body then.